Hello, YouTube. We got ourselves another Wood League match today. We are currently in the process of running through the tournament, and today it is Mappy versus Toothbrusher. Round 2 of the tourney underway. Still the same rules as everything from round 1, best of 5 series. Mulligan called within the first 20 seconds. Each player gets 1 mulligan each. Now, I believe Mappy is EU and Toothbrusher is NA. So how this works is Mappy right now is going to host the first 2, and Toothbrusher then will host the second 2, and if it comes down to a 5th game, they will coin flip for it. We have Mappy in purple here. Mappy looks like he has some decent spots on the map. He has Slovenia. He could also do Jordan. He can also do Azer. He could do East Greenland. Mappy, honestly, he could have had a 13 here because you can spam swap this guy, but I like what he's doing. He's going for the secure 11 as Toothbrusher is doing 2 gold into Romania. Toothbrusher with Austria, with Croatia, he also has National Park, and you know what? Toothbrusher, if he spam swaps this guy and he does this fast enough, he actually could get himself a 13 here. We'll see. I don't think he's going to be spam swapping these guys fast enough as we see Mappy finishing up his countries. He does lose East Greenland, though. That stinks. That really stinks. Oh, you never want to see that, especially when you see that your opponent has 4 kills. And there you go. So Toothbrusher with the 11, Mappy with the 10. Toothbrusher is going to instantly go for Austria and Croatia. I feel a huge turn 2 for Toothbrusher. And I'm not going to lie, I have not seen Toothbrusher play too much outside of the tournament. It'd be so cool if he actually sees this East Greenland and also prevents this with his spawns from National Park. I really favor Toothbrusher's spots, and he is just going full mid. This is awesome to see. Also, we have Mappy with Moscow. I didn't see Moscow here. He does get Jordan this turn as well. Oh, and he's going to get the snipe in Austria. I don't even know if that was an intentional snipe. I think he was going for Slovakia at first, but he ends up cutting Austria nonetheless. This is huge. That actually prevents quite a lot here. Toothbrusher has 2 gold, though. Let's see if he ends up spending it. He is going to spend it. Okay, that's the right play, I think. I think that's the best play he could have had here, as he is now moving on to Moldova. He has a 19-15 lead. He's about to be, I mean, he's already underneath Mappy with Croatia. Luckily for Mappy, he has this, and look at this, Mappy instantly going for bottom base Greece. Something that we see a lot of in the Wood League, it's really whoever can get this bottom position on their opponent. We see a lot of people fighting for the middle. As Mappy, he's not even going to stop. He's just going to full-on send it into Albania. He gets the cut. Does Toothbrusher realize it, though? Toothbrusher did just move these units. Okay, he's finally building here. Toothbrusher, let's see, he has 2 gold left, and Mappy only has 1. As Mappy also gets the Croatia cut. Dude, Mappy is just showing he is all over the map right now. I think Toothbrusher might have over-invested here because he's not going to be able to push this back. Not only does he get the cut, Mappy also captures Croatia. And so now he's going to be able to get hungry, and Croatia's a really good defensive position in the middle. I think Toothbrusher maybe overreacted here, spending a little too much. I like this, though. You've stalled the push from Mappy. They're both in a tough situation here. It's really hard for Mappy to push out without ships, and it's really hard for Toothbrusher to push this base unless he makes a ship of his own. I almost kind of like seeing a 5G ship here and pushing down into this, but especially if Mappy ends up cutting the trees for him. Mappy has +3 this turn, so he did get Israel and Palestine. He's also working on Syria. He's definitely going to get Syria in time. We'll see what Toothbrusher is able to do. Toothbrusher still has 8 gold, and Mappy still has 8 gold. They're both kind of waiting to see what happens with this push. And I love this. They both make an early roar here. Super huge. Oh, and Toothbrusher gets the sniper on the top base of Croatia. It's a mistake to keep pushing down here. That's okay, though. And Mappy, he sees that investment was made in the north. He's now going to push this. Hopefully, Toothbrusher realizes that he has a... Okay, he does. And he sends them all in, and we're tied 25-25. The only benefit I can see right now for Toothbrusher is that he's getting all these spawns in the middle. He's getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra units every turn. Mappy's not. Mappy, he does invest in a 5G ship, so he has 9 gold left, and Toothbrusher, again, he spends everything instantly, but he's not using it all. And Toothbrusher now makes a 5G ship of his own, and he sends his guys in. This is perfect. I think he has the units, especially if he'd used these guys up here. Lots to focus on. This is probably one of the most APM-intensive battles that we've seen in the Wood League yet. So much happening on the map. You gotta be mindful of what's going on up here. You gotta be mindful here. You also gotta be expanding. And it does look like Toothbrusher is gonna push this back. He's shutting down the Grease push. This could be a huge win for him because this is gonna be a lot of leftover units for Toothbrusher. Mappy's units are trapped now. His 5G ship is gonna be useless without a port. It's 27 to 27. You can actually see Toothbrusher with plus 14 on the KD. Mappy with plus 12 here. Mappy's going to defend this. I'm not sure what the right play is, actually. They're both doing some great things, and if Toothbrusher gets another snipe here, if I was him, I would just run straight up into Hungary. Mappy is actually transporting some units from Malta to reinforce this. He gets the reinforcements locked on, dropped on the port. Toothbrusher has 5 gold. Mappy, he has 0. He's spending it all again, and we keep seeing these guys dying in Croatia. As Mappy tries to push out, Toothbrusher makes another 5G ship. This is going to give him naval superiority. What a swap. Look at Mappy. He ends up swapping the ship, saving that ship from dying here. And now these guys are trapped. Oh no, it's a complete surround. Toothbrusher's gonna lose all these troops, and he's gonna keep spending too. We'll see if he sends reinforcements anytime soon. Mappy shifts the front to the right side. Toothbrusher has a +2 lead. Toothbrusher does get this back though. Mappy has a bunch of spawns. I think he's finally starting to realize he should be expanding with these while this is all happening. He's doing that just right now. Toothbrusher is gonna kill the ship. Oh my, I think he should have hung in there just a second longer, but he is now. Having this top base of Hungary, usually pushing into Croatia is almost impossible, but this top base is going to make it possible. As Mappy has 5 gold left, he loses Hungary here. He's still holding on to Croatia though, a really great defense, and he makes another 5G ship. Let's see, I think they both are spending all the gold that they have. As Toothbrusher does get this, Mappy though, he gets Egypt and pushes Toothbrusher's base out of here. Look, you see why this is so hard. You get hit by both towers, and there's no good point to... Oh, Mappy's going to need a spam swap. Spam swap. Oh, he spam swapped. Mappy pulling out the spam swap and saving the base from getting sniped. 33 to 29. Toothbrusher's taking a slight income lead. Again, he has all the spawns in the world to use right now. He makes a couple more 5G ships. We'll see if this is an overinvestment. He does have 25 gold, though, and Mappy spends on 5G ships. I think if you want to win the water at this point, you got to make the 20G ship, as Toothbrusher loses both. He loses both of those ships, and Mappy's out of gold here. Toothbrusher, he just spent on 2 more ships. But I think he's winning this battle. He's going to have reinforcements now. This army is trapped from Mappy. This is such a back and forth game. I love this. Toothbrusher did end up getting East Greenland, and now he's using all his spawns that have collected, and he's going to expand in the top of the map. Ooh, as Toothbrusher does lose that base in Hungary, I think there's just so much to micro right now. Mappy doing a really good job keeping his ship alive and sniping Toothbrusher's ship. This is such a back and forth game, guys. I think we're about to see 31-30. Absolutely nuts. As Mappy does take quite the income lead at this time. I think if I was Toothbrusher, I think I'd go for ships. I think I'd make the B ship. The B ship can crush the Croatia-Slovenia defense as well. But he is chugging along. He's going to get Slovakia snipe. Mappy wasn't able to swap fast enough. Toothbrusher with 11 gold, Mappy with 8. And Mappy gets a drop on here. And with that drop, I think he was able to injure one ship very heavily. But Mappy also has very injured ships of his own. So this is super hard to micro, guys. Especially while this is happening on the map. But, oh, this was a huge win for Toothbrusher. He really needed that base. Let's see if he can actually keep it. Is he going to get a ship kill here? Okay, Mappy again. 2 guys literally just float barely alive. Oh, if he gets the bottom base of Slovenia, that's also huge. Alright, Toothbrusher getting some huge wins here by wrapping that up, guys. He is 40 to 28. I think this income lead is going to be huge for him, as Mappy has a lot of spawns here. But again, these spawns aren't being used at the moment. And there's the bishop. This is what will shut this down. If Mappy invests in a bishop, Toothbrusher, he can just invest in another bishop. So he's just got to be careful that he doesn't throw it away here. Get under that base. Okay, so there's the bishop, and I think if you're a Toothbrusher and you see that, you just make one of your own. You have a bunch of leftover units that you can use to expand. And where does Mappy expand? Like, you can see Mappy now doing Spain. Mappy, I don't know if he used spawns for that or if he built there. But he's going to get the Georgia, Azer, and Armenia area. And yeah, you can see Toothbrusher did make a second ship. Toothbrusher is actually working on Germany now too. This is gonna, I think that Mappy's still in this because Mappy has the East and West. Although a 20 income gap is really hard to overcome. If anyone can overcome a 20 income gap in this tournament though, it's Mappy. We gotta make sure Toothbrusher doesn't throw here. And Toothbrusher is doing the right thing. Like, this is exactly what he should be doing here. He just needs to be containing the ships. If he sees Mappy make a ship, he just needs to make a ship of his own. And I think he just needs to out-expand now. He has all the spawns in the world. He can get Poland, he can get Germany, he can get Ukraine. There's no lack of expansion for him this turn, as he's still sitting on 36 gold. Mappy's sitting on 5. Mappy, on the other hand, has to force his expansion. Mappy finally gets Spain. Spain's going to be a big one for him. You can see Mappy plus 11 this turn, but all Toothbrusher has to do is just make it higher than Mappy and continue that income lead. Mappy being the aggressor here with the income deficit. He has 4 gold left in the bank, and Toothbrusher has 32. This is one mistake you see a lot of in the Wood League, holding on to your gold until the very end of the turn. Look at that, he has 75 gold. At this point, I would almost make an SS. Just truly shut down Mappy and don't even give him a shot here. He still has 75 gold. Mappy has 33. Toothbrusher is doing the right thing though with his spawns. He's moving across the map and still expanding. But I really think he wants to shut this down as fast as possible because Mappy has invested a lot into this push. We see Toothbrusher making another bishop. Again, at this point, when you have 75 gold in the bank, you could make an SS and still have 35 gold to match Mappy's. The bishops, the only problem is that they take a lot of damage from tower fire, so they're really micro intensive. If you mess it up, if you're not watching, the rifles could snipe the ships. I like Mappy over here expanding in Russia, and he's also expanding in Turkey. If he could get Turkey this turn, he has 15 gold in the bank. Turkey would actually be huge for him. Toothbrusher doing a good job microing this. I think Toothbrusher should make sure he holds this as well. Maybe even push Italy. As you can see, Mappy down 20 income still, but being very aggressive on the map. Oh, very nice from Toothbrusher. He gets underneath the tower fire. He's going to be able to pick off some rifles here. Mappy continues to expand on the outer edges of the map. Toothbrusher now kind of realizing where Mappy is. I think Toothbrusher could go for an all-in here in Switzerland and in France. Just don't let your opponent get France here, I think. I think with this base, you can build up here. Okay, he does lose that base there, but he is going to get the surround in Italy. Mappy has 13 gold. There is a fight going on over here as well. Toothbrusher has 60 gold, guys. 58 gold. He's not able to spend it fast enough. This is what I was talking about with the bishops too. They just get melted from tower fire, they just don't have a lot of armor. And okay, so this push is really working for him, but again, 50 gold in the bank. As Mappy continues to drop, Mappy could, oh, what a move from Toothbrusher. Alright, he does lose the bishop, but that's okay. He still has the ship lead. And the KD is back to looking good for Toothbrusher as he now takes a 30 income lead. What a freaking game. Mappy made Toothbrusher earn every little bit of that one. Toothbrusher, though, coming out strong and is showing against one of the favorites in this tournament. Mappy's definitely been one of the favorites, and Toothbrusher putting on a very strong performance. We see Mappy use his mulligan. That's his first one. He called it within the 20-second mark, so everything's good there. You'll see on the scoreboard it does say 2-0 for Toothbrusher, but since one of those is a mulligan, it's still just a 1-0 game. Best of 5. Ooh, okay, so this is always nice when you're Mappy because this is almost a block every single time. You're going to see Toothbrusher's going to build here. He sees it instantly, boom, blocked. And then when he sees that he called the mulligan, you look at his spots, he really didn't have the best. He had East Greenland, he had the block there, I think he had Sicily. I didn't really get a chance to see, so both players using their mulligans early on. It's a 1-0 lead for Toothbrusher, still a best of 5 series. And this isn't looking too bad. Oh, I really like this on turn 1. You do Belgium, you do Netherlands. This is a juicy turn 1 right here. And if you're Toothbrusher, I mean, you could do Novaya with 1 Marine, very simple. But this is kind of crazy. Bulgaria and Mont are both blocked, and I kind of like this play from Mappy. You look at Mappy's spots, and all he really had was Malta, guys. He had Malta. The spot gods did not favor Mappy here, as we do see Toothbrusher also going for Novaya. I think he got the shot off in time. I really like this play from Mappy. Mappy set this up. Mappy 3 golded into here, 1 golded into here, did the spam swapping. He hasn't lost a unit yet, and I think this is a little too dangerous of a territory to spam swap this guy. And Toothbrusher even has a hold position on him. Very nice play from Toothbrusher. Oh, but no, he's not gonna he's not gonna get Netherlands. He over microed somewhere else, guys. What could have been an 11 with the bounty gold, and he didn't even need to spend that, by the way. He could have just used the Belgium guy. That's all right. So this is interesting. He also has Moldova. If we start looking at some of these other expansion spots, he could even maybe do Ukraine since he has these 2 bases. He only needs 4 bases for Ukraine. He's also going 2 gold from the right side. This takes a little bit to set up here. Mappy is bullying, though. I think this is a mistake for Toothbrusher. He's completely lost the mid. Mappy full spent, took Bulgaria. He full spent, took the left base of Mont. And now Mappy can just run up. And at Toothbrusher, he has 1 gold in the bank. I see he also worked on Switzerland here, while Mappy got Malta this turn as well. Toothbrusher not paying attention to the middle, and this could definitely come back to haunt him. He spends that last gold here in National Park. He's not going to get National Park in time, but he is going to start working on Germany, and that's a plus 10 for Mappy, but only plus 5 for Toothbrusher. I think Switzerland, he might have overinvested into Switzerland. He still hasn't gotten Moldova here. This is the cool thing about the Wood League, though. There's so many different possibilities that can happen. Never know how players are going to play it out. I like what Mappy's doing. We've noticed time and time again in the Wood League, if you can control the middle, you have a really good shot at winning the game, just for the simple fact that it's very easy to expand and all your spawns are consolidated. I think this was a big mistake for Toothbrusher. Toothbrusher invested so much here. You can see 23 to 7, 24 to 8 now for Mappy, 26 to 8 for Mappy. Absolutely devastating for Toothbrusher. Toothbrusher, while he might get Germany this turn, this huge ball is only going to get bigger now. He's going to have all the spawns. He's going to have this leftover troops that didn't die when he surrounded Toothbrusher. And it's only a matter of time until Germany's under threat. As we see Mappy working on Spain. And now it is only 26 to 22. Toothbrusher is definitely not out of this game. Toothbrusher knows exactly where his opponent is. He's instantly going to go for Austria. He's going to go for Czech Republic. Toothbrusher also could maybe do a little bit of Denmark. He has one of the bases there already. I like what Mappy's doing, going for the west as well. It definitely opens up another possibility of a front. And instead of even going for France, no, he is going to also go for France. He's going to go for France, and he's going to assault Toothbrusher. But Toothbrusher instantly going for Slovakia. I don't know how I feel about Mappy giving this up. Maybe Mappy didn't think he had the units to protect this, or he's going to try to go for a trap. Toothbrusher has gold though, and he sees it, but I don't think Toothbrusher is seeing Netherlands and Belgium falling here. And oh no, no, this is tragic. This is everything. Oh, he gets it off. Oh, my heart is racing. Wait, does he get it off again? No, he doesn't have gold. Oh, I think this is it. This is it. He loses 5 income this turn, Mappy. And there you have it, guys. All right, so now it goes to Toothbrusher's host. It is 1-1. Guys, the ping advantage cannot be understated. The ping advantage in the Wood League is absolutely huge. This is why round 1, we set everything up so that EU would play EU and NA would play NA. Let's just see if we can find. Also, we have risk bots now, guys. So we actually have 1v1 risk bots. A very cool thing going on. Yeah. So the ping advantage though is huge because just the subtlest, slightest delay can really affect your spam swapping and just everything. Honestly, speed is what matters here. Yeah, and you can even see he's US West, and so US West versus EU is quite a big difference. All right, he does give us the observer slot. The series is tied up. It's 1-1 tied. No mulligans left. Good luck, gentlemen. All right, just making sure everything is good to go. Mappy's hyped here, guys. And I'm hyped too because it seems like we have quite the series ahead of us. These two have been battling it out. They have early battles. They have both been expanding really well, taking really good fights, really great decision making on both ends as well. A couple of miscues, but that's what the Wood League's all about, guys. It's all about the miscues. All of us Wood League players make miscues in every game. It's just who can make the least. As we see, all right, Mappy's in purple and Toothbrusher is actually in red this time, guys. So let's take a look at Mappy's spots first as we see him go Slovakia. And now it's a reverse of last game. Toothbrusher actually has the block here, and we're going to see if he's able to react in time. Looking back from Mappy's spots still, he does have top-down Azer. Oh, he missed Slovakia. Might have been microing elsewhere. And Toothbrusher is holding on to a gold. I would almost spend it here, but he's not going to, and that's perfectly fine. Let's see why. Let's see what he's gonna do. So he has Novaya, he has Moscow, Toothbrusher. He even has England. You can actually one-man Marine both of these, but this is really micro intensive. And okay, so Mappy actually does get Jordan, and Toothbrusher says, "I'm effed." If you're Mappy in this situation, you're just drooling at him saying that. He's actually not effed though. Where was the other two income country? Oh, these two. This is the right move, I think, for him. I like just going full middle here. Mappy's gonna know, I think, though. As Toothbrusher, we see him lose a couple units, but that's okay. He's gonna have Mont, he's gonna have Serbia. I really like this play for him. As Mappy actually, he still has 6 gold left. He just spent somewhere else. Mappy is gonna get Israel and Palestine this turn, so he's gonna have the Mid East. And Toothbrusher going for a very ballsy Poland. Okay, I think so. Mappy actually tried. He could get the snipe. I think he's gonna get the snipe. Toothbrusher. Oh, he left one on. A one-shot guy on. Now, it's not the end of the world, actually, that this base is taken. Toothbrusher, if he doesn't get out income too heavily here, he could take this next turn. One tip for fellow Wood League members, never go for a country in the turn if you can't get the income from it. So I think Toothbrusher maybe spending that 3 gold here, unwise. Definitely could have played in better for a defense and attack somewhere. Could have maybe prodded Israel, or maybe he could have went for England. But I think he's gonna get Poland this turn, and he does respond in force kindly to recapture Serbia. Toothbrusher holding on to 1 gold. Mappy still has 5 gold, and now he knows where Toothbrusher is, right? He knows where Toothbrusher is, so he's gonna go for Macedonia, he's gonna go for Bulgaria, and he's gonna be underneath Toothbrusher. It'd be very curious too if Mappy actually tries to prod Poland. We'll see if maybe he saw. You can see Toothbrusher claimed Poland is still up on the board here. All right, we have Mappy moving on to Austria. I like this from the right base here. Very easy to get these guys. And he does have Syria. This is a nice turn for Mappy. Mappy's going to have a lot of spawns in the Mideast to expand. And Mappy, again, also in the position underneath Toothbrusher. It is 21-16. Neither player's out of this. Mappy definitely in the favored position, I think, especially because he has Slovakia. And this cut is going to be devastating. That is 25% of Toothbrusher's income. He's going to get some more from Romania, but again, Romania is threatened by Bulgaria here. Mappy already making a mortar. We have a mortar and a roar, so you know exactly what he's about to do, whether he does it this turn or next turn. Toothbrusher has 1 gold. Mappy has 8. Toothbrusher says, "Am I blind?" This man has enough time to type while everything's going on. Mappy actually has a chance to get Egypt in time. I think he did A-click these, and I think he is going to get Egypt in time. And I think maybe he's just going to wait till next turn. He's going to be patient. And he just calls the GG. Okay, because Mappy did spend and hold the block in Poland. The income difference in positioning was definitely in Mappy's favor. And Mappy, guys, wins 2 in a row after going down 1-0. He only needs 1 more to move on to the next round. But Toothbrusher is drooling right now. He's got Macedonia. He's got Bulgaria. He even has this base in Albania to go if he wants to do that at some point. He has a base in Africa where he can just 3 gold Morocco. He also has West Greenland. He also has Sammy. He also has this top-down base for Azer. Unreal spots for Toothbrusher, and he needs this to get back into this series. As Mappy has Siberia, Mappy has Lebanon. I feel like Mappy has a very consistent theme in the Mid East here. Mappy, I noticed this is actually really hard to do, and I am so impressed with him. He took this base. You could do it from this one as well. It's just a little bit trickier, but he's gonna end up getting whales from the top down. Very impressive showing on his part. He also has Serbia, and it's definitely, I look at both positions here. Mappy's was definitely a tougher turn one, but for turn two, I don't mind it at all. He could definitely do Portugal. He also could take the Croatia base and start expanding upwards. He didn't get Serbia in time. That is tragic. I'm pretty sure he was like a second or two behind getting Serbia in time. As we see, Sammy is also conquered now by Toothbrusher. Ooh, and I really like this play because he had the bottom base here. So you do like 2 gold, 3 gold investment, you get Disco Bay. Very nice. And Mappy's going to work on Israel here. These guys are putting on a show, and this is going to be crazy. I think this is almost too bad for Mappy because of the fact that Toothbrusher was building down here. But I think he might actually get it. He splits up the attack. And, okay, this was defended pretty well in the north. Toothbrusher has 1 gold left. This is everything Mappy had, guys. If Mappy isn't able to push in here, I think Toothbrusher with +7. +7, guys. And Toothbrusher's also going for this. This is going to be huge for Toothbrusher. Mappy went for a very risky play and it almost paid off, but Toothbrusher had just enough to hold it back. Having a 17-12 lead this early on is absolutely huge. And I think he's going to go for a full hit. He needs to hit from both sides at the same time. I think it'd be a mistake for Mappy to defend this. Mappy's kind of already lost this, and I think he's just decided he's going to expand elsewhere on the map. This is a lost cause. So Toothbrusher investing half of his gold this turn here. I love that Toothbrusher's also still expanding in National Park. Maybe he'll be able to grab that this turn. Mappy's expansion, so he took a lot of that gold. He went into Syria, and I think he started going into Egypt. But Egypt is really hard. It takes a lot of micro or a lot of units. Toothbrusher getting underneath Serbia. Mappy has 2 gold to hold it off, but I don't think he's going to be able to do so. Yeah, he's going to lose Serbia. And Toothbrusher, I don't think he gets Romania in time, but he will get Serbia in time and still contain... Yeah, he's going to contain Mappy. He's going to keep that income lead. Pretty juicy for him. 25-16, a +8. He's going to get National Park. He's doing a great job utilizing his spawns across the map. Not much to be said. I mean, I feel like Mappy... Oh, Mappy did have Moldova this whole time. Mappy is so desperate for income, he's going Finland. He also has Leningrad, which I missed. It's blind caster alert over here. Guys, I feel so bad for Mappy. These spots were just so great for Toothbrusher. I really love the attempt taking that base and trying to make something with it. If he could have got a snipe on either of these spots, this game would have been so different. Mappy does have 3 gold left. He got Egypt. He's going to move into Libya. There's a block in Libya. We'll see if Toothbrusher defends that or not. Mappy is going to get +5 for having Finland. But you can just see, the middle's just so easy to expand. All these free units. He has Greece now. This is like 10 extra gold every single turn. He surrounds the top base of Croatia. I don't think Mappy was in a position to defend that to begin with. Mappy moving on up into Armenia. But 38-31, guys. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I am so impressed right now with Mappy. His ability to stay in this game. This position for him was definitely not in his favor. I think if Toothbrusher holds this base, though, this would be such a huge momentum shift in the game. He would really shut down Mappy and having any chance. But now Mappy with this is a fortress to launch an attack on Greece, to be underneath Toothbrusher. Toothbrusher has 40 gold in the bank as Mappy snipes Sammy off of him. Mappy also snipes the bottom base here. He's going to get England this turn. And Mappy going for Portugal. You can see Mappy is actually being active all over the map. And guys, if Mappy, does he have gold? He has gold. I think he actually has a chance, guys. Oh, he's not going to get it. I think it's going to be so close. If these guys are A-clicked and they just go, he's not going to get Turkey, guys. Could you imagine England, Portugal, Libya, and Turkey this turn? He would have actually had the income lead. The fact that this man has tied as an income at all is unreal. Again, another base that Toothbrusher really needs to hold on to. Toothbrusher slowly losing his grasp on the game here. The problem is he has 65 income. Toothbrusher, the one thing that Mappy does really well is spend his gold. Toothbrusher is holding on to gold from the previous turn. And he needs to know where his opponent is. He should know about the Mideast. He should know that this was taken. He's already trying to launch an assault there, but he's gonna lose this base. This base is actually a really good launching pad for Mappy. Toothbrusher just completely eyeing expansion at the moment as Mappy gets Spain.
A player's forces are under attack.
Toothbrusher has 39 gold. Okay, so he's buying 5G ships. Another thing in the Wood League, I do this a lot too. I over rely on these 5G ships. They're very weak, and at this point, when you have this much income, you're better off getting the 20G ship or even an SS here. As we see, the income is still tied. It's an absolutely unreal display that Mappy is putting on for us. Toothbrusher has done a really nice job expanding, but islands are not really the focus here. I think Ukraine, Belarus, shutting this down, like you can see the stream of units from Mappy coming in. Toothbrusher maybe occupied elsewhere. It looks like he was maybe defending France. Again, this isn't the end of the world that he loses this, right? There's the SS from Mappy. Toothbrusher, if you see this, you're drooling. Just make an SS of your own, Toothbrusher. Mappy is giving you the blueprint to win this game right now. Mappy is not going to expect Toothbrusher to have so much gold. Toothbrusher does spend quite a bit. He doesn't have enough for an SS now. And, you know, Mappy actually is in the better position. Okay, he makes an SS. I must have missed the gold count here. He makes an SS. He shuts this down. He has a bunch of spawns that he has moved to the south. And Toothbrusher does take the income lead. Let's see if he can hold this bottom base. Great job, Toothbrusher. I think he might even make another SS in the situation as Mappy decides to make a B ship instead of an SS. Mappy could still... France is unlocked for Mappy now. Okay, and Toothbrusher does make the SS. I like that a lot. I like showing force here. I like using spawns as your troops just to... These are your infantry, right? Look, you don't have to spend on these guys. And I think that the 2 SS beat this. Oh, he even pops the B ship. He had enough for a B ship, so he definitely has the ship superiority here. If he could get the snipe here, this is so much income that Mappy's relying on. And also, Toothbrusher is doing a really phenomenal job utilizing his troops over here as well. Looks like he might lose his B ship. Again, it's not the end of the world. He does need to maybe pull his SS back here. I think Mappy is on it. He's going to keep looking. He's going to... Oh, he snipes the base. Oh, no. That is a crazy base snipe. Oh, my God. That could be a game-changing base snipe. As Toothbrusher pulls his units back to the right spot. I think if you're Toothbrusher, you make another SS and come from the south here. Fortunately for him, he has Crete. He still has the income lead. He has a lot of units that he can still use. I think you make an SS from the south in this position. But he decided to spend on infantry. He's holding France, which is really great for him. He might be able to get the sniping of his own. He gets the snipe. Oh, and it traps one of the B ships. Oh, this is such a good reverse snipe, guys. Holy crap. These guys are going back and forth. Again, props to Mappy just for keeping up in this game. But these guys, as we see Mappy lose one B ship, and his other one is basically one shot, guys. Mappy down on the ship advantage. The ship advantage is everything right now. And also, if you're Toothbrusher, you cannot give up France. France is one way back into this game for Mappy. Plus 8 income is not to be overlooked here, where every single gold matters. Mappy instantly goes for another SS, and he pops the roar. He gets, look at that, they get plus 35 damage. It's 25% of the overall damage here. So they're doing 25% more damage than Toothbrusher's SS, but Toothbrusher has 3 SS. And he has 17 gold here as well. I don't think Mappy, I think if Toothbrusher can hold this base, hold these bases, Toothbrusher, he's also pressuring Turkey, which is really great on his end. It looks like he's doing everything right to hold off this huge invasion from Mappy. He's so close to actually breaking through the Turkey port as well. I think with Mappy at 14 and Toothbrusher at 8, we'll see if one of them maybe overcommits to the west side or not. Toothbrusher has Aurora of his own. He's building up the charges on that. He might get Ukraine next turn, which is huge. He absolutely needs Ukraine. I'd love to even see Toothbrusher take Italy. Oh, as we see, he actually does get the Turkey cut. Okay, so Mappy goes and solidifies Crete, just in case he gets that final base snipe again. no ports in the south other than this for Toothbrusher. But that was a
Player's
huge
forces
income
are
loss,
under
and
attack.
Mappy is now focused on the west. So we'll see how these guys handle a two-front war here. Mappy expanding,
A
Toothbrusher
town is
utilizing
under
these.
siege.
Maybe he'll go into Scotland knowing where Mappy is. I love that they're both using their spawns, guys. Like this is top tier wood play right here. Use your spawns. Oh, as we see Mappy actually build a sufficient army to overrun him in France and also gets a drop in Netherlands. Toothbrusher is
A
now
player's
realizing
forces
he's
are
got
under
to make a
attack.
move. If he's going to lose on the west, he needs to push in the east. Lots of units here that he can use. He does get a drop on Scotland. That could prove to be a good
A
distraction.
town is under siege.
Let's see if he's able to get the snipe. Great dodges from Mappy. Toothbrusher doesn't overextend his welcome, and Toothbrusher, he loses the income lead. That's how big France is. He loses some income here in Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland. This is crazy. I feel like Toothbrusher really needs to shut this side of the map down instantly. Mappy tried to go for a nice transport drop. Mappy's still not able to break through here, but Mappy's making really great progress in the
Town is
west.
under siege.
And Mappy makes another SS. Toothbrusher has 61 gold. Toothbrusher has a decision to make. Does he stop this push in the west, or does he keep making SS of his own? We see him at 44 gold now. Some injured ships for Mappy, but he's doing his best with what he's got
Player's
as he
forces are
continues
under
to
attack.
draw these guys out into a slaughtering zone. And he broke into Germany, I think. The biggest difference. Oh, but he loses one of the SS. Oh, this is really big. Toothbrusher has 58 gold to end the turn. Toothbrusher has over 100 gold in the bank. He just needs to spend it. It's his one mistake that we've seen in this entire series as he gets another SS. Oh, it was such a win for him to even get that one. Toothbrusher just needs to spend his gold somewhere on the map. Toothbrusher has 79 gold here. Mappy has 35. Toothbrusher should be... Okay, he gets a cut in France. That was huge because Mappy just got Turkey as well. Now, neither of these SS are bored. Mappy has the slight health advantage on this SS. We'll check back on it in a second. Toothbrusher has 15 gold. He has spent everything he has now. He has an army pushing this. He's also trying to make progress in the islands, which looks like it's going to get shut down. I think Mappy's actually going to get France back in time this turn, as Mappy has a completely surrounded army here. Mappy's just... I think Mappy, other than this fight, he's doing... Oh, nice job from Toothbrusher. This is huge. Toothbrusher holding this down. But the income lead for Mappy is just growing. Mappy is just doing the right things here. Mappy, I think if he loses... Oh, he's destroying the SS with rifles. Toothbrusher, we'll see if he pops out another SS or not. He loses the port. And he calls the GG. What a victory for Mappy. Oh my gosh. Toothbrusher was so freaking close to winning the series. He goes down 3-1. Toothbrusher definitely had this. I think the only thing that we're seeing that he could improve upon is just spending his gold. He ended at one turn with like 50 gold in the bank. I think if he just spends his gold there, he wins this game. These two players played amazing. It was 3-1 to Mappy. Yeah, and I don't think I can actually type. So Mappy is going to move on to the next round. Congrats to Mappy for his victory today. Toothbrusher, though, I think may be shocking a lot of players and a lot of fans out there, as Toothbrusher, an unexpected early victory versus Mappy,
A
and
player's
also
forces
definitely
are
put
under
himself
attack.
in position to win a couple more of these games. This series was a lot closer than the 3-1 scoreboard. And Toothbrusher now moving on to the redemption round. It is a double elimination tournament. He is not out of this game. He still has a chance to make it all the way back through to the finals. That's what the redemption round is all about. That's what the Wood League is all about. Hopefully, Toothbrusher gets some more practice in and he refines his game, and we'll see him performing quite well in that redemption round. Maybe he'll even match with Mappy in the finals. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, congrats to Mappy. We have so many 1v1 games in this tournament left ahead of us, guys. This is one of the biggest 1v1 tournaments we've ever put on. Again, if you want to join the Wood League, it's open. It's an open league. It's by the common people. It's for the common people. If you've never played 1v1s before, it's a league for you. So a lot of these players, it's their first time ever playing this format, and I think they're all having a great time. We're all having a great time watching and casting and just getting to see these guys grow as players. So again, if you want to join, hit that link in the description below. It'll send you to our Discord page. Go there. You can just say, hey, get me in the Wood League. We'll get you in. Also, hit that subscribe button for us if you're enjoying this content, as we have a lot more games to be posted to the channel. We usually post one Risk video every single day, and also this is where we're going to keep up to date with all the Wood League tournaments and everything going on. So hit that subscribe button. You'll get notified, and we will see you all on the next one.